New York Gov. Andrew Cuomo extended the state's stay-at-home order until April 15. Governors in states hard hit by the novel coronavirus took a hard line Sunday on continuing restrictions meant to control the spread of the virus, which as of Sunday afternoon had infected more than 135,000 people and killed more than 2,350 in the United States. The running tally by Johns Hopkins University also reported that 2,612 people in the U.S. have recovered from the illness. New York Gov. Andrew Cuomo, a Democrat, extended the stay-at-home order for non-essential state workers until April 15. He reported that the state had recorded its largest one-day number of deaths from the virus, 237, and added grimly that more were likely to come. "I don't think there's any way to look at those numbers without seeing thousands of people pass away," Cuomo said at his daily news conference on the virus. He said the state added nearly 7,200 cases in one day, bringing the total to more than 59,500 cases in the Empire State, almost half of those recorded nationwide. New Jersey Gov. Phil Murphy lashed out at those who are defying the state's stay-at-home order to avoid heading out except for necessary errands and essential work. "No corona parties. They're illegal, dangerous, and stupid," Murphy tweeted after a man was charged for having a large party in a small apartment and with a DJ. "We will crash your party. You will pay a big fine. And we will name and shame you until everyone gets this message into their heads." Washington Gov. Jay Inslee, a Democrat, said he would not lift his statewide stay-at-home order, even if President Donald Trump eases restrictions in certain counties or areas, as the White House is considering. "Unless we continue a very vigorous social distancing program in my state, this is going to spread like wildfire to every single corner of my state," Inslee said on CNN's State of the Union Sunday. "That is an inevitable scientific fact. Boy, I would not want to be responsible for opening the door to this virus," he added, an oblique reference to the battles among public officials who have blamed each other for failing to act more quickly or aggressively to slow the spread of the virus. Many Democrats have accused Trump of not taking the virus seriously, dismissing the gravity of it as a hoax, and thus contributing to the spread of the infection and resulting deaths. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi Sunday said Trump's denial of the crisis ended up being deadly. Former Vice President Joe Biden asked directly on NBC's Meet the Press if there is blood on the president's hands, said, "I think that's a little too harsh." Biden added that he thinks the president should listen to the experts before speaking about the public health crisis. Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis has complained that it is New Yorkers, heading to sunny Florida, who brought cases there. Critics have blamed DeSantis for refusing to close beaches during spring break, when legions of college students crowded the beaches and may have picked up or transmitted the highly communicable virus. But the focus on the epicenter of the virus, the metro New York City area, has led the Trump administration and others to seek special restrictions for people from that area. Trump late Saturday abandoned a threat to impose a quarantine on the metro area, instead asking the CDC to issue a directive urging people from the area to avoid non-essential travel. Florida is putting checkpoints on I-95 in the Sunshine State to stop people coming from the New York area, and require them to self-isolate for 2 weeks. Rhode Island Gov. Gina Raimondo, a Democrat, backed down on her Friday order controlling access to the Ocean State, Cuomo announced Sunday. Raimondo said last week that state police would stop people with New York license plates and force them to self-quarantine for 14 days.